then finally, on the back of your agenda, there's a scholarly work that I dug up, and it talks about dam removal. Okay, we had that Brandywine Ridge Dam removed, and this is what we have right here underneath the bridge, and I think it caused a little bit of problem with the flooding during Ida. That happened in 2018. They finished up the project in 2022. Now, it was a PennDOT project. It mitigated wetlands from the 322 bypass extension in Concordville. Tell me. So when it was heavily silted, this dam, it had been there since 1751. They tore that down and they just let the silt go. They had a minimal scope of what they were going to check. I didn't agree with it, so they let this go, and I think it's had an effect on the water table, and I think that that it has this silt. Now, remember, I used to work here. I had a project called Carden Park. And these were the contaminants that were in Carden Park. Next slide. But I want to read something to you. On section E, page 23, they say the USGS identified PCBs within the sediment of the East Brandywine, east branch of the Brandywine Creek upstream from the site, which is Carden Park. PCBs were detected during the site characterization in the mill race upstream from the site. Similar to the single on-site detection of PCBs in the ponds, during the site characterization, the background mill race concentration also exceeds the Ontario LEL. What this means is where the water was coming in from the bridge, or from the dam, into the mill race, it was in higher concentrations at the beginning of the mill race, and as it went down, it went less and less and less. Okay, to me, when I saw what their environmental report was, they did three tests with a little trial, and you had 100 years of pollution behind that dam. I think that silt that's sitting underneath that bridge is contaminated. So I called PennDOT. They were the contractor. There's a contract to do an analysis of what happens when the dam was taken out. It's done by the engineering firm that did the widening of 322 in Concordville, Scully and Loy. So they have, for 5 years, they have to examine the effects of this dam. And I'm going to form a committee of people in this room and other people, maybe I'd like about 40 or 50. And then we're going to meet with PennDOT. I already called PennDOT and I told them I wanted that silt out and I wanted it checked. And what you're going to find is there's all kinds of stuff in that silt. It's just, and next slide. And also, you have the issue of how Beaver Creek is connecting with the Brandywine. What you have is the fact over here, when they took that dam out, what they call the Thalwig is the center of the flow. When they took that dam out, the Thalwig moved to the west. Okay, so the current got stronger, and you could see what's happening. This is going, and everything's backing up, and I believe that's also affecting the water table. So this is done. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, we're going to have Scully and Loy look at it. We're going to maybe see what kind of mitigation could be done based on this. But there's no going back on this. Okay, this has happened to us. Okay, so next slide. I think the only solution to any of this is the Crest Gate. We're going to have to stop and regulate some of this water between Marsh Creek and Downingtown, East Downingtown. And it's not just Downingtown, it's Cowan too. Cowan's taking it on the chin with this kind of stuff. So we're all going to work together, the 3 townships. The Resilience Fund is going to represent the people. We're going to have a committee. We're going to do it by committee, and these people are going to be answerable to us. This is not what happened. Was not good. And there's no way you could turn back the clock of time. But something like this, maybe here and below, and Corey talked about it, when it came up during the flood committee, to regulate the water as it goes through, so we'll never have to deal with some of this IDA stuff again. So I think that all this is eminently fundable, especially when someone played with our water table. So that's my presentation.